Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Screen Team. Very excited about this particular show because we're going to be doing comic book movies. It's always fun doing comic book movies, and we've got several different reviewers. You know, we've got reviewers who've got specialities. We've got reviewers who like horror movies. We got reviewers who like dramas and comedies, and we've got reviewers who like comic book movies. And one of those reviewers is our good friend Michael Bowling. Michael, man, it's so good to hear from you. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Chris. It's good to be here.
You're gonna be dropping some knowledge on some comic book movies. And first up is a movie called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And this movie's pretty interesting as far as the fact that, like, you know, with Marvel, we've got these shared universes and, you know, Avengers, and we've got Justice League, all these people coming together. As far as movie-wise goes, this one kind of seemed like it did it before DC did it. It did it before Marvel. It put famous characters together against a big baddie. Is that kind of how this movie felt like to you?
Yeah, basically. It features an ensemble cast who all play famous and classic literary characters, mostly from novels. You got Tom Sawyer, you got Alan Quatermain, you got Mina Harker from Dracula, you got Dorian Gray, just kind of all those literary classical characters from, like, books from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and so on.
Yeah, you've got, even though they didn't call him this, you have like the Invisible Man in there as well. Captain Nemo, I think Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde's in it as well. And, you know, it's like an Avengers type feel. They're all getting together. They're all trying to face a big baddie. And who is the big baddie in this film?
You don't find out until the very end, so this may be a spoiler, but again, the movie came out in 2003, so I think we kind of already passed that point. But the big bad guy is Dr. James Moriarty, who is Sherlock Holmes' arch nemesis, which I think is really, really cool.
Yeah, that is cool, man. He's always a big baddie, always facing against Sherlock Holmes, and now with this particular movie as well. I'm curious. We've got the story plots a little bit in place. What is your thoughts on this film? What did you think?
Well, I first watched it when I was younger, and I thought, well, as a little kid, I think, you know, everything is really cool. Mm-hmm. As an adult, it still has a special place in my heart just because it has that nostalgia feel. It's definitely kind of cheesy, but again, it's early 2000s, so it's bound to be anyway. But I think just for the concept alone, it should be worthy of watching at least once just to see all these cool characters together on the screen together. And the setting is also really cool. It's, you know, like Victorian London, but it's also like a steampunk movie. So I just think the concept alone is really, really cool.
It is neat. And of course, Sean Connery is in it. And Sean Connery, anything Sean Connery is in is you know, has that cool feel about him because Sean Connery is cool, you know. But unfortunately, I think this might have been one of his very last roles he did. Do you remember if...
This was his last movie before he retired, so it's also got kind of a special feel because of that. Yeah,
man, that's crazy. And of course, Sean Connery is kind of he's a badass in this film. He's he's a fighter. He's just so cool in this film, man. It's just a cool concept to see, you know, Sean Connery just taking out dudes, man. So who do you think's gonna like this film? Do you think this is a film just for people who enjoy comic book movies, or can the regular folks dig it too?
Well, see, I never read the comics, and when I first watched it, I didn't know it was based on a comic. So I don't think you have to be a comic fan to like this movie. I think it would definitely help, probably if you're a fan of any of these classic characters. So if you've read, like, Picture of Dorian Gray or Tom Sawyer or any of those movies that feature these characters, I think you'll have a better chance of liking it. But I think there's potential for a wide variety of people to find something in this film that they like.
So is this a movie that you still want to kind of dig up every now and then, or is the couple times you've watched it enough?
Oh yeah, I think it's been a while since I watched it. Actually, I think after this interview or after this show, I'll probably go out and look for it because I feel like I want to watch it again. Just it's just a fun movie. You know, it doesn't have to be a fantastic movie for you to find enjoyment out of it, and that's a great way how I feel about this movie.
I'm curious, Mike. I don't know if you've heard or not, but Universal Studios, they're trying to kind of gear up their monster universe again. They're
Yeah.
they're doing the Mummy and Bride of Frankenstein and some other kind of cool stuff. Would you like to see them kind of remake the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and kind of do their own thing with that?
Ooh, I would be interested. Yeah, because it's about 15 years since it came out, so I would definitely be interested in a remake. I'd be interested to see who they cast for all these characters, any new characters they may include. So yeah, I'd definitely be interested.
I mean, they've already got Dr. Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde cast with Russell Crowe. So you've got one good actor already cast, man. So that would be
there you go.
That would be cool if they can get that done. The movie's called The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and it's one of those you can find on DVD. We've got more requests coming your way next, right here on the Screen Team. Movie reviews done locally on KWOC.